Hello guys, Warlock here and welcome back to some more Let's Roleplay Norsca on Total War Warhammer 2. So where we left off last time is we are on turn 100. We have made peace with Middenland. I think we conned them out of some money for that. We also conned Nordland out of some money and made peace with them just before the Barrow Legion came in and destroyed their last settlement, so Nordland are actually destroyed. We are about to take Einarsson's moot back from Bretonnia, and then we are also we have Throg and his cronies that are about to start making their way down towards Bretonnia, as we have of course completed our short-term goal of uniting Norsca and beginning the monster hunt quests. We had Wulfrik fight Frigastrex, the Cold Void, the Scion of the Cold Void, that's the one. And Frigastrex is now part of Wulfrik's army. All of Wulfrik's army that survived, we did lose a unit of Berserkers, but all the ones that survived are now called Icebite, something or other. Icebite Berserkers, Spearmen, Warriors, such and such. That's because of their epic struggle against Frigastrex and his storms, like snowstorms that he can bring up. So yeah, they are all Icebite something or other now. Frigastrex is in the army, and we are just about ready to end turn 100. Yeah. So we'll end turn 100 and see what the AI does on this turn. Nagarond and Lothern have gone to war. This might end up being a slightly shorter than usual stream. Maybe closer to 2.5–3 hours rather than 3.5–4. But I may end up jumping on later on. I'll have to come off for food, that's why it might be slightly shorter, but I might jump back on after I've eaten. So we are currently in a kind of tentative friendship with the Barrow Legion, although Throg is currently raiding their land, which is probably not helping that friendship. Adelhard is sailing north with a 14-unit army. Of course, having completed our short-term goal, we're now into our mid-term goal, which is to harass Bretonnia, keep them nice and weak, but not too weak that the Barrow Legion kills them, to continue the monster hunt quests and to sort of spread around the coastlines of the world to prepare financially for what is to come. So, Middenland has declared war on Bretonnia. Wow! Okay. That changes things a little bit. I'm really surprised at how well the Barrow Legion have done. Do you now, Throg? Alright, Garakis has leveled up in Throg's army. It looks like we're working on getting the Plague of Rust for him, so we'll complete that. Right, Wulfrik. I don't think that the advantage is... It's certainly not massive. Although arguably all of our units are practically full, we should win the battle. I'm a bit worried that we might lose a unit here, but I feel slightly comfortable with auto-resolving. Okay, it doesn't look like we lost any. We did take some hefty casualties, but we didn't lose any units. We captured 317 enemies. We are going to establish an outpost here because it was already ours. Bretonnia took it off us and we want it back. Wulfrik, Executioner. Nice. Brocard du Chastillon, killed. Ambroise Savieux, killed. Tormund the Crusader, killed. Felmeningsson has gained Varag's Beast Trainer and a Greyling Weirkin. So that was good. We're taking back Einarsson's moot, so we can go about upgrading it to a tribal anchorage. As more warriors flock to the cause of murder and plunder, the outpost grows. Excellent. And we are going to want to spread chaos corruption here. It looks like we're going up to 57% gradually, but a lot of that is relying on characters right now, and they're not going to stay. So we really need to get buildings that will improve our chaos corruption, which, to be honest... Okay, so either one of the economy buildings in an outpost improves chaos corruption, and it seems that the core building does as well, so that's definitely good. We're on -5 right now, but that'll become +6 next turn. We'll lose the conquest points and 1 provincial instability point. And we only make 155 gold, so I'm actually going to knock off the taxes for now.
The eternal challenge.
Wulfrik has leveled up, so I believe we're getting his Marauder Chariot, because next turn, well, next time he unlocks, he will unlock his War Mammoth, and I want to get that. Okie-doke, so he's replenishing.
Bloodthirsty.
Felmaningson's leveled up as well. Let's give him some Norse resilience. He's kind of followed Wulfrik through some crazy places, so I think we can give him resilience. We'll improve his casualty replenishment for the future. Ulf Einarsson. Excuse me. Something stuck in my throat there. Alright, I don't really want to have raiding encampments in the Barrow Legion's territory because I don't want to upset them. So we shall have Throg. The thing is, if we move down the coast, we could bump into Adelhard. Yeah, raiding them is really not doing us any favours. Where's the border here? I don't know, but we'll go raid Middenland. So we'll head south inland so that we can raid Middenland for our supplies instead. Throg seems to be immune to attrition due to something, but his hangers-on are not. So they've got to move a lot slower through the Barrow Legion's territory because they of course have vampiric corruption. Alright, we'll look at the buildings, that's fine. Bjornling's Gathering can upgrade some stuff, so we'll upgrade that to a Victi Temple. And what else does it need? It appears to be focusing on this. We don't need these two because they're both in the adjacent province. We don't need that because it's in a different adjacent province. We have already got... Stupid. That's also in a different adjacent province. It's in the same one as the Trolls. So it looks to me like we're going for the money building, the chaos corruption and public order building. We have our dogs from here, and then I think it looks like we're doing the 2 military support buildings, so we'll get an offering of slaughter there. Albion, we can upgrade the defences. Monolith of Catan can upgrade that. Naglfari Plain, you can definitely upgrade what you've already got. Saal Encampment appears to be in a little bit of a state. So we'll get the... Obviously we've only just retaken the Bay of Blades after Middenheim took it. and then we took it back, but we're still rebuilding that. If I remember correctly, I did want this to be kind of a recruitment zone, so we've got the infantry building in the Tower of Karak. We've got Sao encampment's going to need to have all 3 of the others, which means Bay of Blades is going to need to have the cavalry, which means that Sao encampment's going to need that, it's going to need that, and it's going to need that. Alright, excellent. Mountains of Hell, Aisling's Conclave, you can upgrade that. Winterpire, you can upgrade that. And then the Goromadni Mountains, they don't have anything to upgrade. Okay. So we've got Lord Not Moved, Felman Ingerson, Surthek, that's fine. Now I know that for Wulfrik's weapon quest, we need to get a character down into Bretonnia, which is going to happen organically anyway. For Throg's current Winter Crown quest, we need to raise and sack a couple more settlements. And then for Wulfrik's next Monster Hunt quest, we need to recruit a unit of Marauder Hunters with Javelins. And that's probably going to happen organically too, because we desperately need to bring Wulfrik's army into the mid game. He's currently got like a very sort of late early game, end early game, I don't know. Like it's not just it's not a single 1 or 2 units spammed to a 20 stack, but it's not much better than that. He's got a little bit of variation, but it's all very low level units. Adelhard has changed his mind and is sailing back to Bretonnia. They have got a lot of armies kicking about down there. They're going to be difficult to hurt. And I don't want to hurt them too much either, because the Barrow Legion's doing really well. And I found that with a lot since the Festag patch. Well, maybe even since Vampire Coast, when the Barrow Legion was made a faction. Sarah and I started a playthrough that was like, we did Wood Elves and Carcassonne, and the Vampire Coast, Pirates of Sartosa and the Dreadfleet always seem to do really well. The Crooked Moon are doing well in that particular game, the Barrow Legion are strong, and it's like, just feel like the evil races in the old world in general seem to do far better than everybody else. Right, I'm not actually going to worry too much about fully replenishing Wulfrik's army, because we're going to swap units around and stuff anyway, so we're actually just going to have Wulfrik, Surtha, Felman, and Ulf all move towards Ice Drake Fjord, because there's going to be a lot of army rejigging going on. Look at all these ships, that's cool. All the long ships. Huh, never seen that before. Apparently if you just fly by things like that, it points it out to you. Throg is trespassing, but we don't care.
Tribal fury. In agreement.
You know what? Those guys are going to take attrition anyway when they try and move through the Barrow Legion's land. Unless we come down to the river and sail along the river to get between the Barrow Legion's land and come back out up here. Yeah, we'll do that. I was just debating because, like, I'm having to move them bit by bit, so they're still having a negative effect on our relations with the Barrow Legion right now, to avoid attrition, basically. Because Norsca only has raiding encampments, not encampments. So we're having to move them half speed and then encamp them so that they don't take attrition damage. But that's obviously further upsetting the Barrow Legion, which we don't want to do, because we have a non-aggression pact and they're somewhat... I think we're trading with them maybe. We have military access. So we want to keep them sweet, because right now they're forming a natural or an unnatural border between us and the Elector Counts. Like Middenland and Nordland attacked us while we were at war with Kislev, which wasn't nice because they had a straight shot over the Sea of Claws and they attacked us immediately and took settlements off us, which we don't want. But if the Barrow Legion's in the way, they can't really just walk through their land. Whether they're at war with them, whether they take vampire attrition, for whatever reason, they can't just walk through the Barrow Legion's land. So we want to try not to upset the Barrow Legion, really. Adelhard on his way into Bretonnia proper. We'll get a nice money boost from raiding Middenland for the replenishment as well. And the replenishment is the main reason that we're doing it, but you know, I'm not going to say no to 1,000 extra gold. Yep, that's fine. Alright.
Where's my next quarry? Ahead!
We'll check out this shipwreck on the way. You receive word of a wooden carcass of a ship that has been discovered strewn across a small mysterious island. You are told that beyond the beach, gold and other trinkets can be found in abundance, surrounded by the long-dead crewmen who starved whilst waiting to be rescued. Some of your own crew whisper of curses which may be worth heeding, but such things rarely deter you when looted wealth and riches are involved. So we might have to fight a vampire coast army. I don't think Wulfrik would back down from that. So my only concern really here, because the auto-resolve is massively in our favour, is that we might lose this unit and this unit because they're so weak. Or they're weakened, but that one's kind of half, that one's above half. We'll auto-resolve it. And fantastic, we didn't lose any units. 393 captives, they're all getting sacrificed. As I've said before, when you're role-playing a campaign with Norsca, sacrifice is basically the equivalent of ransom for other nations, and then you've got kill, which gives you the leadership buff. But from a roleplay perspective, they're both killing them, right? You either basically slaughter them mindlessly, and it even says in the name of the Chaos Gods there, or you sacrifice them, which means they die. So we'll just sacrifice them. That's the obvious choice every time. So that's an extra 3,000 gold. Before you can set foot upon the island, you are set upon by a vampire admiral who had arrived there just before you and was bolstering his forces with the reanimated corpses of the dead crewmen rotting on the beaches. After defeating the undead freebooters, you looted the vampire's moored galleon before claiming all the salvage on the island for yourself. Good.
I am the wanderer.
Right.
Tribe
Ulf Einarsson. We're going to move you to there.
The eternal
Wulfrik's leveled up, so there's his war mammoth. And actually we can put him into full speed, so we can go to Ice Drake Fjord.
chieftain of the tribe. Set by the sun.
Surta Ek.
Chieftain of
Oh, we can more or less get them all to Ice Drake Fjord this turn. That's lovely. Okido. Throg. Still hasn't replenished his army. But we do need to kind of make way towards the river.
Despoil and ravage. You're a pretender. The eagle guides me.
There we go. So Engra Christensen is now out of... Ah, and he doesn't take attrition. So we'll actually just move him
Sent
ahead
by
of
the
Throg.
serpent. Take what's theirs.
Sigwulf Riddleson has levelled up. Given that they're doing a lot of looting while they're down here, we'll give him more takers of all. I know that it's not really... it doesn't affect raiding, it affects looting. But, you know, what can you do?
Journeying.
There isn't one for raiding with the Norscans, which is very strange, but still. Okay, there we go. So now everybody's out of Barrow Legion territory, which is really good. So we'll go ahead and end the turn. And next turn we're going to have to start looking at what we want for Wulfrik's army.
Choose your words carefully.
We are actually on pretty good terms with Crone Hellebron, so hopefully this isn't a war declaration. Don't know if we want to do that, given that you're at war with Aghall, who we're currently raiding for cash, and High Elves, and you're not paying us, so we'll say no. It's not that I'm averse to fighting you in the West, it's just that, like, we're trying to roleplay this, so if Crone Hellebron was going to pay Wulfrik, then yeah, we probably would come over and mercenary ourselves out for a bit. But it's not like we're friends. I'm not going to come and help her out of the obligation of my heart. Vilma Richterlos. That's a cool looking mount. Don't think Gunter Dietzen likes us being in his land, raiding his land. Goros Deathmaker, so there's some kind of beastmen tribe there. Okay. Alright, let's start looking at Wulfrik's army.
Where's my next quarry? It is settled.
Okay. If we... yeah, we would recruit people at Silver Chevron here. Now I'm tempted to replace all of Wulfrik's front line of marauders, or Icebite warriors as his are known, with marauder champions. Because they are there right now because they're one of the only units that've got shields, and I want shields on my front line so that I've got something to missile resist with. But these guys, who are the same rank as what would be getting recruited, don't forget we have the valuable Veterans Quarter Effect mod on, so veterancy does actually affect melee attack, defense and leadership. These guys have 20 armor, they have 85, 76 leadership, 91, 35 speed each, so they're both the same on that. Melee attack for the Marauder Champions is 3 higher, melee defense is 30 higher, weapon strength 43 versus 31, charge bonus is +2, so they're just generally all round better than the Marauders. So I think we will get rid of the Marauders and replace them with champions.
despoil and ravage.
For now, we'll just give all 4 of them to Ulf Einarsson.
En route.
Also, I don't really want you on the War Mammoth. Don't ask me why, I just like my lords being on foot.
Embarking.
I know that the War Mammoth is a pretty big, scary unit. Alright, so we have 5 recruitment slots. So we're going to have a front line of 4 Marauder champions. The Icebite Spearmen are currently our flank unit to defend against large foes because they are anti-large. But do we have any other anti-large units that are potentially better than them? I don't think we do. Certainly not in this province. This province is just our infantry and cavalry. I mean, armoured skin wolves would be anti-large, but they're significantly damn sight more expensive than Marauder Spearmen are. Skin wolves are anti-large. You know, I think we'll keep the 2 units of Icebite Spearmen for the flanks. So then we've got a front line of 4 with 2 flanking units for the anti-large defense. Then you need kind of your the way I build my armies is I have a front line and an assault line. My assault line right now is my Icebite Berserkers, who are anti-infantry. Armor 20, melee attack 50, 35, 85, 53 and 50, 44 against 30, 30 against 21. Alright. For this turn, I'm going to recruit 4 units of Marauder Champions. Alright, we're just going to recruit 4 units of Marauder Champions, I guess. That will do for now. Throg has still not replenished this Marauder unit. So we'll move him 50% of his movement. We'll encamp him.
Yes.
Enger Christiansen can head down to the riverbank, as can Sigwulf Biddleson. They'll both just wait for Throg. There's not really any active threats to them right now. Lord Not Moved, Felman Ingerson, Ulf Einarsson, Surtha Eck. Right, good. Then we're going to look at construction. We're going to do it the quick way this time round. Actually want to look at, this is the Trollheim Mountains. I want to prioritise getting this back online. Okay, there we go. Goromadni Mountains can build something at Bear Sonling's camp. There is a resource building there, but they're currently... Just stop taxing them. They do need more corruption, but tell you what, we'll get a Ruin Assault. We'll improve the corruption. Mountains of Hell. Mountains of Naglfari. Vanaheim Mountains. Troll Country. Einarsson's Moot. Right, you guys need significantly more corruption. So I'll get a Ruinous Altar for the growth and the public order as well. Alright, excellent, that's that turn. So we've got a few quiet turns by comparison here, where we're just kind of recuperating, upgrading. It was a harder fought piece, but it was fought in previous episodes. Well, peace, stalemate, ceasefire, whatever you want to call it. We're not really at peace. Wow, Harganeth are coming hard for the Fortress of the Damned. They've already taken the Palace of Ruin up the top. I don't see Aghol holding out here. Jason might need to pack up his raiding, so we're not raiding Harganeth. Wilmar Rictalos. Valdemar Gantz. There's a few famous battle sites down here by Altdorf, on the north side of the River Reich. Bretonia and Middenland are at war, so those two agents over there might actually get, well, one of them will get rid of the other maybe. Okie-do! Wulfrik, there we go. Wulfrik's now got his Marauder champions in his front line. His flanks will still be the Icebite Spearmen, I think. His assault line needs expanding really, but that means we're going to have to get rid of other units. The Icebite Axe Throwers have armor-piercing missiles, and the Icebite Hunters have anti-large missiles. So I kind of want to keep them, I think. The Icebite Chariots, armoured, armour-piercing missiles, anti-infantry. The thing is, I don't know how much use we've really made of these chariots. They've got triple gold chevron ranks, but I was quite surprised that they got there. I'm not usually a very big chariot warfare person. Like, they get bogged down too easily, especially since we're playing with the Brutal Battles mod, where like spearmen and stuff are a lot closer packed. You know, I think horsemen would be better for flanking sort of harassing units, even though their speed is 105, so they are technically faster than the Icebite horsemen, but I'm tempted to just hand the chariots off. I think we'll go ahead and keep the chariots, but we'll probably offload 2 of the Icebite horsemen.
Overrun the world.
Ulf does not have any cavalry, so we will take 2 of Wulfrik's horsemen and give them to Ulf. We'll keep a very light cavalry contingent. We'll keep the chariots and the Icebite horsemen, and that'll be it. Now we need to look at kind of expanding his assault line, and I actually think, what are they? 20 armor, 85 armor, 96 leadership, 91 leadership, 37 speed, 35 speed, Melee attack 57, 53. Defense 40, 50. Weapon strength 57, 44. Charge bonus. Okay. So the Berserkers and the Marauder champions with great weapons are kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, right? They're both pretty good. They're relatively similar stats, but they do two very different things. The Marauder Berserkers are anti-infantry damage dealers that have frenzy, and the Marauder champions are armor piercing. So I think these guys will still do fairly well against infantry. They're not gonna they're not weak against infantry. But I think what we'll do is we will have Ulf Einarsson take the lesser experienced Icebite Berserkers. We'll keep the one with the gold chevron, but then we're going to add 2 Marauder champions with great weapons instead to be part of his assault line. His ranged contingent is fine at those 5 units. The AP that these guys give and the anti-large that these guys give. He is of course going to keep Frigastrex. He's going to keep his Icebite Wargs. And then I think we're probably looking at wanting to get him a specialist unit of some description. I think we'll probably want to add him a unit of Norscan Ice Trolls, but we're not going to recruit them from this province, so we're going to let him complete his recruitment there. Now we're going to start looking at Ulf Einarsson's army, which is now looking a little bit silly. So he's got far too many of these guys. I think I'm going to stick with a core of 4. So Ulf Einarsson actually is going to get the Icebite Warriors, these 4. We're then going to split these 3. We're going to give...
Savages.
We've been waiting for Felman Ingerson and Surtha Ek to kind of distinguish one above the other, because they've been following Wulfrik around, but I feel like they really haven't. Like, neither of them have particularly done better than the other one. So what we'll do is we will hand 1 unit of Marauders to Felman, 1 unit of Marauders to Surtha. Right, ranged contingent, that's more or less the same as Wulfrik's. I think I'm okay with that. He's got 2 cavalry. Now, Ulf Einarsson should have died in a battle in, I think it was turns 90 to 100, the short episode we did. He was fast moving across this water, and one of the Middenland lords came out of the Bayed Blades and attacked him. And by all rights, the auto-resolve and everything, Ulf should have lost the battle, and since he was in forced march, would have therefore died. He was basically single-handedly saved by his Wolves of Einarsson, his skin wolves, who decimated the enemy backlines without taking any casualties. So I actually think that I want to build a kind of wolf theme army for Ulf Einarsson, as much as I really want to call him Wulf Einarsson now. So I think he's currently... he's not encamped, that's why he can't recruit wolves. So let's switch him to an encamp. So I want to look at giving him like more skin wolves and Norscan ice wolves and stuff like that. So he's currently got a front line of 5, which is bigger than Wulfrik's line is, but I think it's fine. He's got assault thing of 2 berserkers, Icebite berserkers of course from Wulfrik's army, and Aesling's tribe, which is the unit of berserkers that we had to recruit for a mission that we recruited from Aesling's tribe. And the story behind that unit is that basically we scraped up 100 barely capable people out of Aesling's conclave, which we took off Wintertooth, and we then riled them up, made them super angry at Wintertooth for letting them down, and recruited them, and they are Aesling's tribe. He is going to need an anti-large contingent, but maybe we just don't give him spearmen. Charge defense against large foes, which they don't have, but they're still anti-large. So maybe we give him 2 more skin wolves as his... 2 more or 1 more? 1 more, which will take him to 16 units. So then he'll have 4 spaces left. And we'll give him 2 units of Norscan Ice Wolves to chase stuff down. That gives him 2 units remaining. With 2 units remaining, I think we give him... He's got plenty of shields. We'll go a little bit cheaper than getting the champions, but we'll get some marauders with great weapons for some armor piercing. That'll be 2 of his units. We want to recruit the skin wolves and the Norscan ice wolves from a different province, so that'll be the rest of his army then.
Bloodthirsty.
Alright, cool. And then we'll save those 2 just for now, because I'm not sure how much money we're going to have, because Jason's going to need to stop raiding and move. Forced march. Nope, we can't get him into the water this turn anyway.
Moving out.
I eat my enemies.
I think you might be eating your men, mate, because they're just not replenishing as fast as they should be. So we'll leave everybody where they are, down there. Lord not moved, Felman Ingerson, Sigwolf Griddleson. I'll skip that for now. Enger Christensen, Slether Eck. Okay, buildings. Troll Country can be upgraded to a man-made fjord. By reclaiming and reshaping the coast, an outpost can be more strategically defended against attacks from both land and sea. Cool, yep, we'll have that. And we will get a Chaos Shrine. Right.
Where's my next quarry?
Why are we recruiting? Alright. Oh yeah, we're going to go somewhere for 1 additional special unit, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Apologies guys, very long turn there of talking about recruitment and malarkey like that. There's probably a little bit more talking about recruitment to come. Haven't really... well, I've never played Norsca before, so I'm still kind of figuring out what units do what units are good for what. And Wulfrik's been running with a 20 stack that was not utilising the best units we had. And I really wanted to get that fixed as soon as I could get him back to the central recruitment area. Fortress of the Damned is now extremely weak, and I'm pretty sure it's Aghol's last settlement. It might be a little bit cheap to jump on them and take it, but I think we could. I think it would be capturable for Norsca, since they can only capture certain settlements. But it's a port and it's a starting Norscan province, so I feel like we should be able to take it.
A negotiation.
Karond
How
Kar,
about this?
what do you want?
I let you talk, then we do.
Trade agreement, which will be particularly lucrative for us, so absolutely. Kislev declared war on the Manblight tribe. That's not really a surprise, they were raiding them for ages. 2 Cygors and some Minotaurs. Okay, yeah, I know we're raiding ourselves.
Yes.
Alright, so Wulfrik now has a front line of 4 Marauder champion units. His flanks are protected by 2 Icebite spearmen. His central assault line is 1 Icebite berserker unit and 2 Marauder champions with great weapons. His skirmish element is 2 Icebite axe throwers and 3 Icebite hunters with javelins. He's got a cavalry element of Icebite chariots and Icebite horsemen. He's got Icebite wargs and Frigastrex as specialist units, and now we need to get him 1 additional special unit. I think we get him some Norscan ice trolls, because we can move that banner of the standard of discipline, we can move it on to them instead of the skin wolves, who have relatively decent leadership. So which province is my troll cave in? Not in the Vanaheim Mountains, it's in Grayling Moot. So we need to head up to Grayling Moot then.
I'm listening. Executing. I am the one.
Okay. Ulf Einarsson has a front line of 4 Icebite warriors and an additional Marauder unit. His flanks are currently unprotected. He needs to go to where we get wolves from, which is Beyondling's Gathering. Nope,
Your will.
that one.
Immediately.
And that leaves these 2 standing holding the book, so to speak. Alright, if they're going to continue accompanying Wulfrik for the time being, he's got 20 stack. If we give them 10 each, we can field all 3 armies in one go of 40 units. So
Yes.
let's look at giving them a contingent of 10 each.
The hound compels.
Okay, so with 10 each, if we get Marauder front line of 4 as usual, that takes us to 6 units. Then they need their flanks covered, that takes us to 8 units. They're going to need some cavalry cover, And really, the Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes are far superior to the other ones. They have a shield. They have 7 more defense. Oh, they do have less ammunition. And 10 less range. Alright, well, how about we... Alright, we might have to reduce their front line to 3 units. We'll get one of them, and then we'll get a Marauder Hunter with Javelin. Then we will encamp you. You need 2 of them, 2 of them, 1 each of them, and 1 of them. Okay. Now we move down here, we check how Throg's doing. Hooray! Throg's army is healed. So Throg can take to the river.
Overrun the world.
His cronies can follow him.
Bring death. The eagle guides me.
Good stuff. Lord not moved. Oh, that'll be Jason, won't it? Okay, they've got a garrison of 10.
Dominate.
We're gonna have to find somewhere for Jason to go. We don't want to raid these guys. We just started trading with them, so we don't really want to raid them either. Let's send him on a bit of an exploring mission.
Chieftain of the tribe. Decamping.
We'll just go and explore some stuff with Jason. Surtha X gained the raider trait from being in a raiding encampment in our own territory. That's probably something you can game if you wanted to. Alyssa! How you doing? I'm alright. Just getting a little bit of a midday stream in. Well, not quite midday now, more like mid-afternoon. Eager for blood, your warriors have not seen enough action recently. They grow restless and crave the screams and panic of southerners fleeing the mayhem your warheads love to bring. The men care not whether they raid farms or cities, they just want to cause havoc and honour the gods with the agonies of their enemies. Send them somewhere quickly, before they turn on each other. Income from raiding, income from sacking stuff. Well, we'll go for the farms, because from a roleplay perspective, they're the easy target. About midday for you. Well, there you go. It's midday somewhere. Marauders of the West researched. Right, Wulfrik.
Champions fall.
Integraling Moot. And
Where's my
recruit
next
a Norscan ice troll
I'll see it through.
unit. Because there's more than one.
Speak. Understood.
And Ulf Einarsson,
Journey.
you're into Bjornling's Gathering,
Overrun the
and
world.
you are recruiting
The
a
tribe
Skin Wolf
consents.
unit and 2 Norscan Ice Wolves. Right. Throg. We'll move in stages.
Trampling.
At least with the front unit. Okay. So everybody wave at Altdorf while we go past.
Savages.
On your left of this riverboat longboat tour, you will see Altdorf, the capital of the Empire. And if you look to your right, you will see the town of Karlberg, which has fallen to the Barrow Legion and is now full of skeletons and zombies. I just waved back, but now I feel stupid because nobody can see.
Gather.
Jason, you are going to explore that way,
This
sir.
way.
Technology! Alright. It's a 10-turn technology, but pretty soon we are gonna be attacking Bretonnia. So the bonus versus large, +3 when fighting Bretonnia, so we'd be better against their cavalry basically. Extra leadership when fighting against Bretonnia, and double experience gain for units when fighting against Bretonnia. That's cool. Alright, well we definitely want that. Svengar's defeat at Longueuil was an age ago. The Bretonnian dukes shall soon fall. Alrighty. Trait gained. Wulfrik gained the recruiter trait. Spent multiple turns recruiting. It now costs him 5% less to recruit units. Ha! If only this wasn't him recruiting his final unit, that might have been useful. Oh, there's Karl Franz running around on a horse, while Throg and his Norscan horde sails along the River Reich. You just got your new and third adapter for your headset, and my new mouse. What do you mean adapter for your headset? Does it turn it into cheese or something? What does it do? Whoa, look at the heroes in there! Jesus! There's a fair amount of them in there and all. Christ alive. Or Christ undead, as it would seem. Oh, they're fighting the Empire. And winning. Oh my god, the Barrow Legion are going to take Altdorf. What is happening? Why are they so powerful? I'm kind of tempted to scrap the whole weaken Bretonnia thing, because I feel like Bretonnia might be the only thing that can fight the Barrow Legion right now. The Empire seems to be failing at it. If we weaken Bretonnia, the Barrow Legion's just going to take everything. Mengil's Manflayers. Ah, hello. What are you doing? Raiding me? No thanks. Quest successful. Hey, there we go. I knew that had just happened randomly. So, Monster Hunt, the Saltsundmund Soul Eaters. The Ruinous Masters have many worshippers across the old world, amongst which the Beastmen are the most primitive. The influence of chaos only enhances their bestial aspects, making the already monstrous beasts larger and even more terrifying than they already are. One such pair of one-eyed abominations of the Beastmen are the gargantuan Cygor brothers, known to men as the Saltsundmund Soul Eaters. These grotesque leviathans are not only bigger, stronger and faster than their ordinary counterparts, but are feared even by Beastmen Bray Shamans, due to their ability to dampen the use of magic for others in their presence. To take on the mighty Soul Eaters with limited use of magic certainly makes for a challenging hunt, but one which will potentially culminate in an impressive sacrifice to the gods. First, you must find the pair of monsters, who are always found together, a surprisingly difficult task considering their immense size. Being of the Beastmen, the Soul Eaters dwell in deep dark forests navigable via the vast network of beast paths known only to the Beastmen themselves. The only way to safely explore them is to recruit some experienced hunters to search the woods thought to harbour Beastmen herds, to hopefully find the Cygor brothers you seek as your bounty. So now we just need to raid Middenheim, which annoyingly Throg was already doing like a turn ago. Your hunters send word that they have not been able to find any leads in the forests, but have caught wind of a pair of sieging Cygors terrorising Middenland, hurling giant boulders that are turning castle walls to rubble. It's as good a lead as any, and surely the soft southerners are not going to last long anyway, so they could do with a plundering. Time to bring some real hunters to the lands of men. There you go. The undead knight is here, feeling dead-ish. Yeah, but he is ill today, Alyssa. Like, I think we can cut him a bit of slack if he's ill.
I am the one. Chieftain.
Alright, Ulf Einarsson has fully recruited his army now. I'm actually going to send him towards this Mengil Manhide character. Because my plan with Ulf Einarsson was to keep him sort of... He named Einarsson's Moot after all, so to keep him around the Tower of Karak and Einarsson's Moot, raid Kislev and basically defend the east of our empire, because we can't really expand beyond there. But we'll start by trying to eliminate Mengil Manhide. You only cut him some slack if he does his pre-calc tests. I think that's fair.
True savages.
Despoil and ravage.
Okie do.
Northmen
One more
come.
turn till they're recruited. Jason! Ah yes, I forgot about Jason.
Moving out.
Go! And then Throg down here.
I'll get there. Trampling. I'll get there.
Overrun the world. Sent by the serpent. Marauding.
Throg's longships of his hangers-on and his own army making their way along the River Reich towards Bretonnia. I don't want to... I actually want to check how powerful the Barrow Legion is. They are the 10th most powerful faction. We're the 2nd. Do we know anybody who's single-figured? Nagarond is 3rd, apparently. Bretonnia is 11th. But the Empire is 29th. So basically, the Empire is done. Like, the Barrow Legion are going to walk all over them. So I kind of don't want to attack Bretonnia right now, because they are one behind the Barrow Legion. So they might be able to stand up to them right now. Goromadni Mountains. Upgrade Burst on Ling's Trollheim Mountains. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. And then... we're already getting both of those. We're already getting all the recruitment buildings. There's no resource building. I suppose the Bay of Blades is also vulnerable due to the... well, I mean, we know that because it was taken once, so we'll give it defenses too. No arguing, kids. I'll turn this longship around.
Choose your words carefully.
Hello, Crone Hellebron. Do you want a defensive alliance again? Now you want a military alliance? I mean, I still don't see it quite worth my time. Karl Franz is making a move. Did he take... he took Karlberg! Oh my god. Maybe the Empire is fighting back the Barrow Legion. Kinda rooting for Karl Franz in that one. At least for a little while. Oh, the Manblight tribe have been destroyed by Kislev. I think the writing's on the wall for the Aghol tribe as well.
Let's
Okay.
fight.
Can we reassign that on this screen, or doesn't look like it? Maybe we have to try and remember to do that when we enter battle. That's not ideal.
A challenge?
Alright, Wulfrik is gonna head back towards Ice Drake Fjord.
Where's my next?
You can stop raiding us because
Done.
you've recruited.
Overrun the world. Decap.
Hail the undead knight, let's kill stuff. I mean,
Crossbones!
definitely a possibility, mate. Alright, aspect of the Dread Knight. Boost leadership of an allied unit can cause terror. Doom and Darkness is a leadership hex. Causes damage to combatants. Direct damage. Strong versus multiple combatants. Causes major magical damage. Huge randomly moving area of effect. Let's get aspect of the Dread Knight. Okay, we need to kind of decide if we are going to attack Bretonnia or whether we're going to ignore them so that they can keep weakening the Barrow Legion. If we don't fight Bretonnia, we need to sort of go around their coastline. I think for now we actually need to go up the River Reich anyway, so... Oh, good lord! Found Luon and Chilfroy. Chilfroy has the Green Knight, oh my god.
Tribal fury!
King on trolls!
Slaughter the sheep! The hound compels! Tribesmen, gather! The crow directs me.
There we go. Try and stay together. Ah, Jason, yes. It's fine, not interested.
Chieftain of the
So
tribe.
the Eck, you will be staying still for a little bit longer.
Are you here to negotiate? Or to be speared like a pig?
Ah, there we go. Now we're into being paid for stuff. So 1,000 gold for a defensive alliance. Yeah, why not? We're down with that. We're in a defensive alliance with Harganeth now. Which may mean we end up with some mercenary fighting to do in the west. But that's not terrible. Chilfroy on his way to Caron. Kislev. We're still nice and powerful. We're about 75 to 25% power against them, so they're not massively a threat as long as we have an army in the east, which is what Ulf Einarsson's army is for. Rare metal! If your armies are to bring chaos to the world and honour the gods with their bloodletting, then you will need more weapons. Yet your reserves of iron are pitifully low. You have no choice but to melt down some of your stores of armour in order to make new blades to be bloodied. It must either be foot armor or arm guards. We've had this 4 or 5 times in this campaign now, and the roleplay choice is to melt the arm guards so that you don't get frozen feet. However, we may now have a possibility of a different roleplay choice, because we're no longer really fighting in the north. Alright, Ulf is, but everybody else isn't. Wulfrik's certainly not about to be. Because mechanically I'd rather lose speed than armor. You know what, we'll say for this occasion, because Wulfrik and the vast majority of our armies are not in the frozen north anymore, we'll melt the foot armor. Doesn't matter if you're going barefoot over grass. Ooh, and now we're losing 960 gold. Alright. Well, Wulfrik's definitely going to be heading
My challenge?
in that kind of direction.
Bloodthirsty.
World Walker. On the move.
Yes. Yes, Lord.
Foot evolution, Chris. David, sup? How are you doing?
This way.
Take what's theirs. Despoil.
There we go, we'll get them on the move. I'll move Jason this time without forgetting.
What?
Ooh, attrition.
Marauding.
And now, Throg.
Your will? Despoil and ravage.
Alright, Sigwolf's the one that can get the least distance, so we'll move Sigwolf first.
Lord of the monster horde.
I'm alright, David. Just hanging out, doing some Norsca. Can you fit in there? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
No!
Alright, guess that answers that question. Ah yes, Ulf Einarsson.
Slave the Southerners.
Mengo Manhide has 10 units, Saal Encampment has a garrison of 10, and Ulf has a full 20 stack.
My favor. At last.
Alright. I guess what we'll do is actually, we'll move into Saal Encampment, just because I don't want to gain unnecessary dishonour and like bad reputation. Carl! How you doing? We're going to jump up into the diplomacy tab. We are going to politely inform Mengil's manflayers that we don't like them.
Place for unwelcome guests.
And we'll see what they do on their turn. Oh, we still have buildings to improve. Trollheim Mountains, Bay of Blades, Troll Country. Improve that. Let's improve the defences. I'm alright, Cal. We're just chilling with some Norsca. My lord, all the knights have arrived. You sound like a flipping Bretonian, Chris. We're the Norscans. We don't have knights. Crone Hellebron is demanding that I join the war against Ag Hall. No. It's a one province, like a one city nation, and you have them basically on the ropes. Just beat them yourself. We are significantly more powerful than many of the good nations, and a few of the bad ones, but not all of them. Some of the bad nations... Oh no, we're more powerful than the Barrow Legion. Well, maybe we are quite powerful then.
A negotiation.
Oh,
How about
no
this?
peace, unless you're
I
paying
let you
for it.
talk, then we do.
You're not paying for it. Well, no peace then. I know nothing of anything not knightish. That sounds like something a Bretonnian would say. Get him, lads. String him up! Cut out his spleen and feed it to him. Mengil's Manflayer's gonna do anything? They're taking a long time to decide. Jason has gained sea legs for spending multiple turns at sea. That's cool. Mengil's Manflayers, well, they're certainly not weak. Lots of Dark Elf units with some experience, but Ulf has an army with plenty of experience too.
Annihilation.
There we go, they're going to run away, so the garrison will not be involved.
Tremble, weaklings.
I still think that's enough to auto-resolve. Yep, we didn't lose any units, so it's 96 captives to sacrifice to the gods. Mengil's Manflayers are destroyed. What equipment are you using? Armour of silvered steel, okay. A Femia hammer. Femia? Obsidian trinket. What does that do? Magic resist 10. There's an obsidian amulet there. You could have that. Go on, have the obsidian amulet. And a manticore horn. Yeah, alright, we'll stick with that. Varag's Beast Trainer. Yeah, he doesn't really recruit giants, frostworms or mammoths, so that's not really very useful for him. Graelian Weirkin improves attack and speed for skin wolves, wolves and warhounds. That is definitely applicable to him. Doesn't look like there's anything else spare. Okay. Head back to Sarl encampment to replenish.
Bloodthirsty.
He's leveled up as well. Unnatural selection. Only the fiercest creatures can survive the frozen north. The strongest are rounded up for war and starved into viciousness, ready for the next battle. Extra speed for warhounds, ice wolves and marauder chariots. I mean, he does have ice wolves. Let's get that. Alright. And I actually think he's called Ulf Einarsson, but I really want to change him to the Wolf Einarsson. I mean, we could change him to Wolf Einarsson, but that's like literally just changing his name. Unless we do Ulf the Wolf Einarsson. Should we do it in... yeah, we'll do it that way. There we go. Now he is the wolf. Oh, no, we'll do that in a minute.
Overrun the world. Bloodthirsty. Tribesmen,
Alright,
gather.
Sigwolf can get the least distance again, so we'll move him.
Overrun the world. This way.
Garakis has leveled up.
You know nothing.
Glittering robe gives extra armor. The alchemist conjures a gaudy cloak of shimmering scale to improve his allies' defensive stance. Go on then, we'll get that.
Battle time is feeding time.
So we've got Throg on the move.
The eternal challenger.
What's your
We've got
problem?
Wulfrik and his cronies on their way.
Marauding.
True savages. Decamp.
Wow, there's like a massive just Norscan invasion going on right now. I don't know where it's going, but there's a massive Norscan invasion of something. Somebody's gonna get a knock on their door.
Chieftain of the tribe. Decamping.
Alright, buildings. Mountains of Naglfare, Varg Camp, upgrade to a greater tribal stronghold. Trollheim Mountains, upgrade that to a ruinous stables. Troll Country, upgrade that to a watchtower. Bish Bash Bosh. I really don't want to attack Bretonnia because I don't want to make it easier for the Barrow Legion.
Time for killing.
Hello, Malekith. You're willing to pay for a non-aggression pact? Well, hell yeah! He's rank 3, we're rank 2, so we're very close to each other in terms of strength. Sabbatha Headreaper. There we go, Aghol's destroyed. Haganeth have taken in the Fortress of the Damned. Yeah, I thought there might be Clan Rictus in there. Greenskins and the dwarfs have made peace. Blood Iron! Your warrior smiths come to you with an intriguing idea. If they mix blood from the most recent sacrifices into the very metal they are working, they believe the gods will approve and either make the weapons stronger or make the armor more effective. But how should they use the Blood Iron? For arms or for armor? Always arms!
Crossbones!
Overrun the world. Norsca. Take what's theirs. Journeying. Despoil and ravage.
I rule!
I am the one.
I'm actually going to let Throg finish his movement.
Get out! I see death!
Because
To the four
I am going to
corners.
have Wulfrik look at this.
Embarking.
Pirate coves are some of the world's most elusive places, where the wealth of local sea brigands is secretly kept and fiercely defended. It seems that today may be your lucky day, as your lookout in the crow's nest claims to have spotted one. A small island cave, next to which a black ship is moored. The ship belongs to an infamous fleet of vampire pirates, and it appears that there are zombie deckhands transferring treasure chests onto the ship right now. It's an opportunity for a big payday, but these unliving sea dogs certainly won't give up their wealth too easily. Raid the cove! Ooh. I think we can still auto-resolve. Oh, balls, we lost... Wow, okay. That was a hard auto-resolve. We lost 3 units, the Norscan Ice Trolls and both of our Ice Bite Spearmen units. Shit. 370 captives getting sacrificed to the Chaos Gods. And an extra 10,000 gold and a potion of strength, which is good because we're currently making a loss in terms of just generic income. Balls, that was tough.
A challenge?
Alright, Wulfrik's leveled up again. World Walker. I mean, he is. Cursed to seek the deadliest opponents, to best and kill in single combat. Wulfrik must forever walk the world. I mean, alright. I think with Wulfrik, as much as it seems weird, we're going to send him down the River Reich, and we're going to bring him on land, roughly where Throg left land. Mostly because we need to raid, like we need to build a raiding encampment to replenish his losses and recruit more troops. But also, we need to raid Middenland for Wulfrik's monster hunt. So we're going to head over that way. The only reason I'm not just jumping on land and going direct is because we'll take attrition damage from the Barrow Legion's territory. We'll have to do raiding encampments which will upset the Barrow Legion, and yeah, we don't want to do that. We've already upset them a lot. You can see raiding the Barrow Legion's given us a minus 56 to our relationship with them, which really we'd rather not have. I see here released troops of Bretonnia. So for some reason, I guess because the buttons are still tied to each other, the sacrifice captives button still counts as releasing troops, even though it says sacrifice. That is a little bit messed up. So we're now being punished for sacrificing people. I mean, that sentence, when said out of context, it sounds like it should happen, but still. You've yet to see the dragon in action, son. No, I know. We've not had any fights that were worth fighting since recruiting Frigastrex. But we'll get there.
The hound compels.
We'll send Jason exploring around the Sea of Malice. Buildings. Goromadni Mountains. +7. Well, you can start paying tax then. Improve the Longship Builder. Improve that to a Chaos Shrine. Get the Resource Building. Mountains of Hell. Upgrade Aisling's Conclave. Troll Country is still -3. Lack of corruption. It is on the way up. Okay. I think we are going to avoid actually attacking Bretonnia right now. Oh god. Nagarond declared war on Bretonnia and the Empire. That's a bit of a weird one. You're on the opposite side of the world. So if Bretonnia beats the Barrow Legion and like re-establishes, or rather weakens the Barrow Legion, so the Empire can re-establish and Bretonnia can gain some ground again, then we'll go back to the mid-term objective being keeping Bretonnia weakened. But right now, I worry that weakening them is just going to mean that the Barrow Legion steamrolls them, which will probably mean they'll then steamroll the Empire, which means then they'll just take over everything. And I really don't want that. So right now we're changing, or rather ignoring the weakening Bretonnia part of the mid-goal, and we're just going to go for Wulfrik's quest lines. Good lord. There are a lot of Bretonnian armies. Honestly, son, I don't even know how good I'll be at controlling a dragon. I've never had to control a dragon before. I don't really know what their strengths are or anything. I mean, it's a dragon, obviously, but... Kislev declared war on the Vampire Counts and the Barrow Legion.
What?
What? You heard me. Kislev declared war on the Vampire Counts and the Barrow Legion.
Chieftain of the tribe.
Alright.
Despoil and
Engra
ravage.
Christensen. 15
No, I am the liar.
and 12. Okay. 17
Monster horde.
and 14. Okay, so we should outnumber them.
Speak.
Not that I'm fighting them, but I'm worried about them coming to fight me.
Battle time is feeding time. I eat my enemies. Trampling.
True savages.
Raid rooms. No.
Marauders all.
Dominate. Speak.
The eternal challenger.
Nope, I don't want to attack their settlement.
Speak. This way.
Dear me. Done and done. Advancing.
Try it on a less worthy foe first. I mean, we're not exactly looking for worthy foes, we're just looking for stuff to kill.
Northmen come. Speak. The crow
Let's go and grab that. We're not going to fight any battles if there is one, but... Clearly two ships met in combat and brought each other low, their rival crews drowning in battle and hatred. But their loss could be your gain, as the sunken ships lean on each other in an unstable fashion. Time is short, salvage must be sought quickly. We'll grab the sunken chest. 1,000 gold and a trunk of maps. Okay. So we've got Nagarond along here and Haganeth up there. There's Deadwood Sentinels got one settlement there. That's Clan Rictus, the Skaven. So it looks like we've pretty much explored the Sea of Malice.
Overrun the world.
So let's start heading back out. Alright, that's going to be that turn. Oh, wait a minute. Have you fully replenished?
Yes.
You have! Well, I don't want you to be up there. That's not where you're supposed to be. So let's start having you head towards the Tower of Karak. There we go.
I'd usually negotiate with my sword.
Do you want a military
Today
alliance
you are
now?
lucky.
You do? Oh, you want military access, but you're willing to pay for it, so yeah, why not? Hey, the Empire's taken Isleheart back as well. Somebody's lurking. Luon is running to Lyonesse in case we target it, I think. Masson du Chastillon. See you later, Carl. Have a good one, mate. Caron Car have been destroyed. Oh, shit. Seems like Clan Rictus, I think, are probably a little bit more powerful than we thought. Basically everybody just gained sea legs. Oh.
Clan scheme is discordant.
Who the hell is that? Skaven rebels. Okay.
Norsca! The crow directs
The Broken Lands.
war unceasing. Slaughter the sheep. Enslave the southerners. Chieftain of the tribe.
Lord of the monster horde.
Right, tell you what.
Winter tooth.
Frog, you go first. Captain Sissiko's down here. The remains of a large sea beast are spotted floating in some nearby backwaters. The unidentified creature has been inexplicably ripped to pieces by an explosive force, its belly torn open and exposed. This mysterious find could prove bountiful, for who knows what devoured treasures might reside within its guts. An unidentified ship has also been spotted nearby. Rival scavengers. Whoever they are, you are not one to share salvage with anyone. Loot the carcass. Okay, we're gonna have to fight this one, I think. They've got Depth Guard with pole arms. They've got Zombie Pirate Zombie Pirate Deckhand mobs with pole arms. Zombie Pirate Deckhand mobs. Zombie Pirate gunnery mobs with hand cannons. Jesus. And Zombie Pirate gunnery mobs. What's the battlefield look like? Okie doke. Let's go fight these vamps. Well, mostly these zombies, I guess. Isabel Thorpe, Vampire Fleet Captain of the Rogue Pirates. think this may well be the first time I've actually fought on the... Oh, and it's not quite the first time I've fought on a battlefield with Throg. We had Throg's army when we did a siege battle, but he didn't have the trolls with him. Oh no, he did in the siege battle. He did have the trolls with him. But we've not fought an open field battle with Throg's army yet. This will be the first one.
Chaos Marauders!
What?
Yes, Lord!
So be it.
Very well! Chaos Marauders!
Prepare to hex. Shaman Sorcerer!
I am Overlord. Ready to ravage. Rob ready.
Alright, there we go. So we are just gonna advance forward with purpose. There we go. Check Discord. I think it might be on your end, Hun, because Streamlabs isn't saying that it's dropping any frames. Is anybody else experiencing any frame drop right now? Other than just then, before I asked, because I was alt-tabbed. What spells have we got to play with? We've got leadership buff that causes terror. We've got armor and weapon damage hex. We've got a direct damage spell. We've got a bombardment spell. We've got a magical vortex. We've got an augment armor spell. And we've got a reduce armor hex. Okay. Neither army's got a particularly large range on their units. We're about to walk into range of them. Oh! And they're on the move.
Incantation ready!
Is that depth guard? Yes it is. Is that depth guard? No it's not. Alright. Where's the other depth guard? Not actually sure. Do they have a lot of armor? Yes, they do. Plague of Rust. And Soul Blight. Oh, Soul Blight's actually got an area of effect, so if we like... we cast that there. Oh, balls. The casting time screwed us on that a bit, but... oh, there's the other depth guard. What's the casting time on this? Don't know. Oh, I can overcast it. I'm really not good with magic.
Shame on sorcerer!
Spirit Leech. Yeah, go on, we'll overcast it, why not? That's very interesting, hold on. It's definitely not reporting any frame drops for me. The stream does appear to be a long way behind for me. Let me just refresh that page. I'm not 100% sure, guys. We'll just have to see. I'm imagining that so much alt-tabbing is probably not helping, so...
The master's puppet!
Rock ready! I will!
Okay, most of their army appears to have just disintegrated, which is good. Oh, son of a bitch.
The dark gods command me!
There we go, they are disintegrating. And that's them beat. It's probably the first time I've ever used magic in more than a, oh yeah, I have magic, let me just pop one. Like, I don't think I've ever used that many spells. It definitely seems to have helped. Only 142 losses. And their depth guard only got 19 kills between the two of them, which feel like if they'd not been targeted by so much magic, they probably would have done significantly more damage. It's definitely quite a tidy win for Throg, I think. Don't really know where the frame drops are coming from. We haven't got long left anyway, so we'll finish off. I'm not going to try and fix it right now because it'll just eat the rest of the time that we've got. So we'll finish this one off. I'll restart my computer, make sure that it's running as well as it can be. All of that malarkey. I think we will more than likely be doing a stream after I've eaten as well, if people want to watch some more. So I'll restart the machine whilst I'm eating. 118 captives. We are going to sacrifice them, even though it apparently counts that as releasing them. Beast from the Deeps. The rival salvagers you spotted turned out to be a freebooting horde of undead pirates. As you approached the putrid remains, they turned their guns and cannons on you. After dispatching them in the ensuing sea battle, you looted their galleon's coffers, which had recently been filled with trinkets and valuables extracted from the dead beast's belly. So they did all the hard work. Thanks, guys.
Battle time is feeding time.
Alright, Throg. Melee attack for Norscan troll and ice troll units, melee defense for them as well. Witlessly stupid yet bone-crushingly powerful, do not be deceived. Yeah, we'll definitely get that for Throg.
Overrun the world. Marauding. Enslave the Southerners. An affront to the gods. You know nothing.
Jon Snow.
Tribesmen, gather.
Alright, there we go. That's them done.
Slaughter the sheep. Where's my next quarry? Tribal fury. To the four corners. Voyaging. On the move. Advancing. Despoil and ravage. Marauding.
Enslave the Southerners.
We'll keep moving along the River Reich. There we go. Lord not move.
Run the
Ulf the Wolf.
Journeying.
He's going to move towards the Tower of Karak and probably start raiding Kislev, to be honest, once he gets there. Einarsson's Moot. Upgrade defences. Trollheim Mountains. Upgrade those defences. Alright. So I think we might get to turn 120. I've got roughly half an hour, I think, before I need to go and eat. There's a Haganeth Black Ark by the looks of it. Sabbatha Head Reaper is riding a Cold One, which is cool as hell. Cold Ones are awesome. Back, back. See a chicken? Back, back. Wow, Karl Franz has just got a whole lot of Reichsguard. Is he going for Marienburg with them? Yep, and he took it too. Holy crap. Karl Franz and the Reichsguard are just on like a rampage. The Barrow Legion is definitely being outdone by the Empire now. I don't know how that's come about. They were doing really well for themselves. And now look at them, they're just in disarray. Split into two as well now. Lionke. Definitely just following us across the coast. It's making sure we don't attack any of his stuff. The Terrors of the Dark Straits, Captain Sissiko. Oh wait. Oh snap! He can attack us? Oh well, that's not good at all. His army's got a lot of experience. It's a full 20 stack. He has a Necrofex Colossus, a Rotting Leviathan, 2 Carronades, 2 Rotting Promethean Gunnery Mobs, 2 sets of Mongols, 1 set of Rotting Prometheans, 2 Depth Guard, 1 Syrenes. Oh crap. I highly doubt that we are even able to win this. He's a rank 35, Jesus Christ. She, I think it's a woman actually. I think if we run, the army's going to get split up. He's going to pick somebody off. At least this way we're all here. But I highly expect we're going to die here. How much armor's that got? A lot. A lot. A lot. I don't even... Okay, the trolls are armor piercing. Throg is armor piercing. But that's it. The Throg... Basically the trolls are the only things that can take down most of their stuff. And these guys have got garbage leadership. And actually, they're going to be like ethereal or something. Where is it? Physical resistance is 75%. Damn. Okay. Let's try. This might be kind of Throg's last stand, actually. Like, well, I mean, not Throg's. Throg will be fine, but nobody else will. Oh, we're going to have to try and focus our magic on the Sirens and the Depth Guard. And then, if we've got any left over, try and use it on all of the big stuff. We're going to have to try and get the trolls to fight all of the giant crabs and sentient ship wreckages. And we're just going to have to, like, throw marauders at all of the zombies. Little bit more. It's not ideal, but still. Ooh, our reinforcing armies are actually coming in from their flanks, which is a little better than what we've got. Like if we were all coming from one direction, but it's still not amazing.
Chaos Marauders! They will succumb! Chaos Marauders! So be it!
Shaman sorcerer! Shaman sorcerer!
Try and go as wide as possible across the back with them because I don't want them getting hit by stuff. We are within range of the carronades, and we're going uphill too, just because why not? Where are the carronades? One's there. And there's the other. Okay. Let's just start moving. Ingvar Christensen's coming from this side. What's on this side? Deck gunners and rotting Promethean gunnery mobs. gonna have
I'm throwing arm's length!
all of these guys just banzai straight up the hill towards whatever's up there.
At throwing arm's length! My God's call! Yes, Lord! Do not scatter! Yet after!
What the hell? Oh, Mongols. Great, he gets to take them on his own. Anti-infantry, cause terror, armor piercing. Yeah, Enger Christensen's pretty much gonna die. There's not a whole lot I can do to help him out. He's just gonna have to charge him then. Wow, he just got mashed. He's gonna just get mashed for the rest of the battle, I think. Right, let's have Throg's army start sprinting, because we've pulled them into a distinct lack of formation right now. There's the other Mongols.
Chaos Marauders! For the Blood God! That's the Master's Feet! Get them! Yes! What do you guess? So be it! The Dark Gods command me! Tremble, mortals! Charge them! Core demands!
Right, how's Engra doing? He's getting owned. He's not going to survive.
Chaos Marauders! Yes! Get them! For the Blood God! Charge! Just bring us to college!
Oh, they are depth guard. Didn't notice that.
Now!
The Mongols are actually retreating.
Chaos Marauders! No! Yes? We want their eyes!
Engra Christensen is so far from any help. Nobody is going to go help him. There's just nothing I can send up that way. They look to have a pretty weak central hill position right now. That unit of Marauders has had their faces beaten, but that is somewhat to be expected. You know what, you go for them. And you guys, as much as it's probably a waste of a unit, I'm going to try and send them to help Engra Christensen.
What do the gods desire? Destroy their world!
Incantations ready.
All will be destroyed! Chaos Marauders! What do you mean? Give us guarded! We want their eyes! Chaos Marauders!
Oh, the Necrofex has come at us. And we've got some hunters that are running. What? Oh. Okay, apparently there's a spell browser that I knew nothing about.
Magic is chaos! Retreat!
Oh, I've got a unit of ice trolls that are running away. That's fantastic. Where's Throg at? Good. No, he can't do that if he's in melee. Okay.
Teams flow through here. Chaos Marauders! Ah!
Magic is chaos!
Chaos comes!
Okie-do, what else have we got? Leadership that can cause terror. Reduce armor and weapon damage. Definitely throw that onto the rotting Leviathan. Oh wait, it's an area of effect thing. If I do that up there, does it include the Leviathan? It looks to.
Let me kill!
Enger Christensen is either dead or he's legged it. I'm not seeing a body. So maybe he legged it.
Everything must die!
Okay, that looks like they're dead. So we'll have the spear units go for the rotting Prometheans. We'll have the Marauders just try and slip out of the fight. We've got a whole throng of Marauders that are ready now over here. Some of them significantly weaker than the rest of them. I'll have the weakened ones just make a break for that tree line, because you're not going to do anything with 11 models. Right, Throg is, well, not engaged with who I wanted him to be engaged with, that's for sure. Reduce that thing's armor.
Hurry!
Get it, get it, get it.
Chaos Marauders! Your will! My God's call! Move!
Wait, did we kill the Leviathan? I think we did. Get the Necrofex.
Prepared to hex!
I think they've defeated the Mongols over there as well.
Retreat! Your will! They will succumb! What do you bid? Bring us the carnage! Bring carnage! What do the gods desire? The Dark Lords command me! Chaos Marauders! They will succumb!
Oh my god, did we win?
Gonna despoil!
We won.
Chaos Marauders!
How the hell did we win? I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm going to want to watch that back at some point, see how the heck that ended up in our favour. Engvar Christensen, 1 remaining, so I'm guessing he did rout and flee off the battlefield. I am genuinely a little bit confused at how we won that. I feel like the magic helped dramatically, like reducing armor on the Leviathan and the Necrofex, and using the armor to attack the Sirens because they're immune to physical damage, but I'm still surprised. Especially given like that their cannons got like 200 kills between them, they got 110 on their own, they got 145. The Necrofex got 74, the Rotting Leviathan got 51. It's not like they weren't doing any damage, they were killing plenty. It is possible that part of the reason that they got defeated was because of Sigwulf Gridlson coming in on the flank and them shifting units to their right flank to fight him, not really having those units in any kind of formation. I don't know. I will be watching that replay back and trying to figure out where they failed, where I think that they should have won. "97 enemies captured." We've got plenty of money. Ooh, they are actually worth 2,000 gold. Well, you know what? That's worth substantially more than our captives are usually worth, so let's sacrifice them. Prove their worth. During an attack on a rival village, some of those defending it are awed by the mighty prowess of your warriors. They show some skill of their own and ask to join your forces, but they are healthy and fit enough to make good slaves too. If they want to be part of your army, they will need to prove they are worthy of the honor. We'll take them as warriors. Like from a roleplay standpoint, we did it at Aceling's Conclave. So, like, why would we not continue to do that? Alright, I'm going to round out this turn.
Slaughter the sheep.
What I'm going to do with this guy, because it'll be next turn, like it'll be the next time I play, I'm just going to move it. I would normally put him in Karak, because he can't really get to down there and then camp. But I'll put him on the edge so that it notifies me that he's ready to move.
Where's my next quarry? Wandering.
Wulfrik will continue along the River Reich. Seems to be fine.
Ahead. Enslave the Southerners. On the prowl.
Tribesmen, gather!
There we go, we'll keep moving along the rivers.
Refused!
Right, Throg.
Battle time is bleeding time.
It's a long way past Bretonnia, to be completely honest. Wow, the Crooked Moon are all over stuff. They even have part of Athel Loren. Jesus. Ideally, Throg's force needs to land somewhere where Bretonnia's not just going to kill them, so that they can replenish. And that looks to me like it's going to be High Elf land. Throg's gained a level, so we'll go ahead and give him King of Trolls to reduce upkeep, increase leadership on his trolls, and increase public order. Garakis has leveled up. Will improve his Glittering Robe spell. And Sigwulf of the Gore Hunt has also leveled up. Will improve his aspect of the Dread Knight even more, even though he didn't particularly use it.
Despoil and ravage!
So we're going to move Throg over towards the High Elves. Hopefully, oh no, there's another flipping pirate there.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Alright, in that case I want to move back away from him as far as possible. I don't think that's going to be nearly far enough.
Lord of the Black
No, it should be.
Enslave the Southerners! Chief
Engra Christiansen leveled up for getting his face beaten in by Mongols. You know what, we'll give him serve or die, because at some point he probably will recruit an army, and also he basically was serve or die right there, fighting Mongols on his own.
The Hound compels!
Tyrants of the Black Ocean encountered, Terrors of the Dark Straits defeated. Lord not moved, Jason!
Gather! This way!
Continue on down that way. So this all looks like it's actually Clan Richter's territory. All the ruins. Buildings, Hellspire Mountains can be upgraded at Grayling Moot. Let's do that. That appears to be everything. Public order in Troll Country is stable. We'll let it just keep going up. It doesn't make that much tax that it's important to do. And then what we shall do is is I think we're going to end the stream on turn 115, guys. So it's only been a 15 turn stream. It's 2.5 hours. It's about how long I expected it would run. About 5 turns short of where I expected to be because of a couple of lengthier battles there. So in terms of what we've accomplished, we've managed to reorganise Wulfrik's army, although he's already taken some losses that need replaced. We've got him on his way doing his monster hunt quests. We still need to trigger some of his weapon quests. Throg is kind of floundering in the middle of the Great Ocean right now. Whether he's going to need to go somewhere and raid to replenish his losses. That might be Ulthuan if those pirates go north and go the other way or something, or we might have to bring him further south down the eastern straits, somewhere to Estalia or the south of Bretonnia or something like that. And Throg looks like he's going to be on an adventure down in the southern lands here for a while. Meanwhile, Jason is kind of exploring these western coasts. I wouldn't mind invading Clan Rictus's territory and trying to secure the broken lands and stuff. This looks like a lot of these settlements are ones that we can put outposts on because they're all coastal. That might be a decent little piece of land for us to take, but I don't know quite when we'll get through to that. Barrow Legion have been split into 3 pockets. They have this northern pocket, which is Gorsel down this way, and then these settlements, Salzamund, Norden, and Dietershafen. And then I think there might be another one somewhere in the middle there. They've got this small pocket here in the mountains, Blackstone Post and Karak Ziflin. And then technically speaking, Castle Baston is actually cut off from those because Montfort's territory comes up here. But it's not looking good for the Barrow Legion. The Empire's pretty much smashed them back. Bretonia's looking incredibly strong. We may at some point need to recommence weakening Bretonia as part of the mid-goal, which we're currently not doing, but I think once we've done a couple of monster hunts with Wulfrik, we'll start focusing him back towards Bretonia unless the Barrow Legion have a resurgence. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We're safely into the mid-game of our roleplay objectives. Crooked Moon and the Barrow Legion are looking interestingly unusual shapes. The vampire counts have taken territory all the way up to Kislev, which is also interesting. We've yet to see the Chaos Warriors emerge, so we'll see. Things are a little bit could go several different ways. We have good relations with the Barrow Legion. We're in a defensive alliance with Hageneth. So we'll see what happens from this point. It's starting to form into a kind of, you know, it's a very chaotic cauldron down here. This is kind of stable. Our bit's stable. This area is just a nightmare, and Throg has kind of got himself caught up in the middle of that. But we'll see what happens with Throg and what happens with Wulfrik the next time we play, which might be after I've eaten in an hour or two. But we'll see. But for now, we will be ending here. I will see you guys soon. Be good, and if you can't be good, at least be awesome. See you later, guys.